we are being observed by some type of device which is ahead of us, far ahead of us, and is probably controlled by a highly advanced superior civilization. Now, this is a conclusion which I personally have stated and is shared by some members of our Board of Governors and advisors, not all of them. But it has reached to the point where many people in the Air Force have the same conclusion. In fact, the Air Force at one time had a top secret estimate that these things were interplanetary spaceships. So you will see that this, instead of being a subject for ridicule and a big joke, actually is a serious matter which could affect the lives of all of us. I think that this report is extremely flimsy. It's such a meager operation. It evades a number of cases in which the Air Force itself said there was no explanation. I'm going to introduce first Dr. McDonald for a brief statement, and Dr. Saunders, and then we'll throw it open for questions.
It began to hit me that Dr. Condon has apparently not read his own material very carefully, and that would, again, I'm afraid, be consistent with his general remoteness from what really went on in the project. I say that because when we tallied first of all, the 59 major cases numbered and identified in the report, we found that the percentage of unexplained cases with which the Condon Committee is left at the end of their scrutiny is 5 to 6 times larger than the percentage of unexplains that Project Blue Book, Air Force Project Blue Book, has been talking about for the last 10 years. And yet, what is his principal recommendation? The principal recommendation that Dr. Condon has come through with is there's nothing of scientific interest that warrants further attention on the part of the federal government here in any major way. He recommends dropping the whole problem. I am one scientist who has been forced farther and farther to the position that the extraterrestrial hypothesis, but I underscore that word hypothesis, is the most probable hypothesis. I'm ready to throw it over when I see something that categorically rules it out, but this is my position.
I saw a satellite, man, and it was going across the sky, and it flashed 3 times at me and zigzagged and whizzed off, man. And I saw it.
That was a UFO beaming back at you. They have got bases all over the world now, you know. They've been coming here ever since 1946. And they have been living and working among us in vast quantities ever since. The government knows all about them.
What are you talking, man?
Well, you just seen one of them, didn't you?
Hey, man, I saw something, man, but I didn't see it working here. You know what I mean?